guys, welcome to the channel today. Today is the day that we are going to butcher this cow that we've been raising for meat. This is the last bit of the meat that we will have to process this year to put in the freezer. But it's time for this one to be butchered. We got Stumpy and Eric and Jace were available today, and so we're going to get out here and we're going to harvest, that's the word I want to say, harvest this cow, and they'll take it over to the shop and get it hanging in the cooler until the weekend, when they can get over there and process the meat. Well, as we do with all our other meat, we'll tell you how much this cow weighed, and we'll give you how much meat we get off of that cow, and kind of the meat, what we do with that meat. Again, it's, you know, that's the blessing of having a husband that knows about butchering, how to process meat for us. So they're going to do that, and it saves us quite a bit of money. I'm very thankful for that. But they're out here, all the cows, and they're waiting. This is always a hard thing because we've raised this cow from a little thing, and it's one of October Grace's babies, and so we just hope it goes well and nobody gets hurt. So let's go on and get this done. The purpose for us sharing this video with you is just so that you can see what it's really like to have a homestead of your own and raising your own meat. The realities really of harvesting your own meat. And all of our cows have been raised very well. They've lived freely and grazed in our pastures for years now, and we've made sure that they've had everything they needed to be healthy and to be comfortable. Raising our food, especially, you know, when it comes to meat, is a choice we make with a lot of thought and a lot of intention. And we do it because it's important to us, because we want to know, you know, where our food comes from. It's a humbling experience for sure, and it reminds us, you know, of the cycle of life, how our food doesn't just come from a store, but something has to give its life in order for us to have food to eat. And so we all work together, you know, never taking it lightly, you know, that this process is very difficult. And as we begin the harvest, it's important to us that the process is quick and is as humane as possible. You know, every step is done with care, from the initial moment to the final processing of the meat. We're doing our best to ensure that no part of this process is taken lightly. This is the part that really never gets any easier, you know, watching a life taken so that our family can have food. And it's, you know, it sickens me in my stomach sometimes, but you know, all of our animals are raised with a purpose on the farm, and that is to provide us meals for our family. And so again, we don't take this lightly at all. It's a very humbling experience, and we are thankful every time that one gives its life so that we can have food on our table for our family.
Chains in the bucket?
Yep. It's unloaded.
Need some help, I'll be right back.
Okay guys, this is not easy. This is not easy. It's hard to watch. but that's the most humane way we can get them taken care of. We got the other ones fed. They're being fed some more feed, but it was a quick shot. If you've ever gone to a kill place, it's much worse than this. But we thank the Lord for the sacrifice that this cow made for us. It'll be food for our family for a while. So what they do is they got the chain around it. They're gonna lift it. They're gonna take it barn where they usually process their meat. They'll skin it.
All right, folks. It is dispatching time. So we got the cow weighed, and it's 1,140 pounds. And we're starting the skinning process before we gut him. And I'll let Stumpy tell you what's going on here.
Like Eric said, we laid him on his back, split his hide all the way from his butthole to his Adam's apple. And Eric's taking one side and I'm taking the other. We're gonna lay the hide back as far as we can get it. And then we're gonna gut it. And that'll relieve us of a lot of the weight. Then we can hopefully cut the front shoulders off. And then, take the guts out first, then we'll cut the front shoulders off. And that'll enable us to pick it up a lot easier. Cut the hind legs off, and then we'll come back and cut the back in a few pieces and tote it in there. But if you think about it, he weighs 1,200 pounds. Each quarter's gonna weigh around 400 pounds. Me or Eric or both of us together can't pick that much up. So I do recommend you do a few smaller animals before you tackle a bigger one. But now me and Eric and my son, we've done several already. We know what we're doing, and it ain't no big thing to us. And so me and Eric's gonna keep knocking along here. And
well, it helps when you got a winch that'll hold several thousand pounds.
yeah, it's supposed to hold a couple thousand pounds.
Winch it up and putting a little buggy underneath it with rails to help lay it down on its back.
It's
and that
a lot nicer.
keeps you from having to fool with that. But we're gonna keep working on this. All right, the job is done, and we're gonna walk in the cooler here and show you what we got. So we've got back legs, sides, front legs, back legs, all the way through here. We also have pieces here that we got set up on some boxes. We're gonna let that cool. It's gonna stay in this cooler for several days, a week. Let me get out of this cooler, it's cold in there. And so about 5 to 7 days in there, and then the whack attack will happen on the meat to be cut up and roast and hamburger and all that good stuff. We got everything cleaned up. Jace arrived on the scene to help as well. And sorry we didn't get more video of it, but
When it's hot,
it's a job, and
it's hot outside.
we all had our hands in de-gutting that thing, and it was a little bit of a challenge with that 1,200 pound cow. So we're gonna wrap it up and go home and eat something.
Look who just come in.
Oh,
Stumpy. Stumpy.
what?
How much did he weigh?
1,140 pounds.
Oh my goodness, that's a nice. And y'all are just now finished. What y'all end up doing?
What do you mean?
I mean, did you just skin and gut it?
That's all we did and hung him in the cooler.
Wow, that took how many hours?
About 3.5 hours.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
How'd the meat look?
Pretty. Looks good.
Good.
Yeah. Yeah. Hopefully we'll get about 400 pounds of edible meat off of it.
Praise the Lord.
And so that'll be a lot of meals right there.
To go with our deer, to go with our pork.
Hogs, our rabbits,
That is a blessing.
ducks.
So you just quartered him and put him in the cooler, like you do your
We
deers.
more than quartered him. We couldn't. I mean, you talking about 1,200 pounds? The quarters would have weighed 350.
Wow.
So we had to cut him up further than that to get him in the cooler. We couldn't pick him up in quarters.
Oh wow.
So
Good.
Yeah.
Good job, bud.
yep, we'll go back probably Friday afternoon and Saturday
Yeah. Today's Tuesday, so it'll be a few days.
and finish him up. Me and Jace. I'm hoping to be able to work on him some Friday afternoon.
Good. Good.
You know, we get him, but I'm kind of dirty. I'm gonna go get a bath.
Okay.
Peace.
All right, ladies
And gentlemen.
and gentlemen, we have pork, we have beef, we have roasts, we have another one right here, hamburger. We still got some deer over here, but there's another 200 pound of hamburger straight from the
Right here, John.
farm. Oh yeah, and we got boxes of bacon. We got sausage.
Most of it's sausage and vegetables.
Yes. So now we got to start eating it. We thank y'all for watching. And a simple life is a much more enjoyable life.